This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
How were you able to use the bye week for your benefit?
The bye week for me is, especially this year, just trying to rest up and just stay off my feet as much as possible and just try to just relax and just enjoy it.
Did you watch a lot of football?
Definitely, yes, sir. A lot of good games went on this weekend.
Who'd you watch?
The one that I enjoyed the most was the Oklahoma-Baylor game. That one was really exciting.
Yeah, that was a good one. Were you a little disappointed you weren't able to watch a UVA game this weekend?
Oh, most definitely, yes, sir. Just steal a little bit of film, get ahead a little bit, but a little disappointed, but it's all good.
What are the thoughts coming into this game? I mean, this is big for Liberty. This is an in-state matchup. I mean, they've got Tech next week. Could that maybe work into your all's advantage a little bit?
I feel like it may work into our advantage. Just big game for them coming up next week. They got one on us last year, and this game for us especially is a really big one. One win away from being bowl eligible. Like I said, last year we did drop one with these guys. Felt like we had played a good game. If a couple plays went our way, it would have been a different outcome. But this week it's just big on assignment and technique, especially with Perkins back there being a dual threat, being able to throw and run the ball. We just got to make sure we're on our A game.
I asked Eli this. For you and for the linebackers, what kind of importance is on that position this week with a guy that can scramble like Perkins?
For the linebacker room, we like to put a lot of pressure on ourselves just to be able to perform. And this week is definitely a big test for us as a room. Like I said, him being a dual threat, this week's a lot of emphasis on keeping our eyes on the quarterback and being able to trigger when he wants to take off. So it's exciting.
This year when you face dual-threat quarterbacks, you've had to rely on film before getting on the field. How much does it help having the experience of playing him last year and knowing what his capabilities are and seeing it live and feeling it in the trenches that you know what to expect when you face him?
It's definitely beneficial because, sometimes film doesn't do justice. So being able to already have a game under your belt, to be able to play against him and know what he likes to do and how he is, it's definitely beneficial. And then just this week, especially watching last year's game, see where we messed up on, and just watching film from them from this year to try to find out their tendencies and see what we can pick up on.
Knowing that you played them last year and had a chance to beat them, until the fourth quarter, things got away. Do you kind of use that game as motivation, or I don't necessarily want to say revenge, but kind of motivation to say, hey, we can play with these guys, and we kind of owe them one for last year?
Oh, most definitely. Especially because sometimes it's easy to get caught up in Power 5, bigger than us, faster. But we're excited for the challenge and just ready to go out there and showcase what we can do.
What's your biggest concern trying to contain Bryce Perkins? Where can he hurt you guys the most?
From what we've seen on film, when he does pull it down and run, he likes to go into the interior A and B gaps. So we're going to do what we can game plan-wise to be able to contain him in the pocket and just rely on our linebackers and secondary just to be able to trigger whenever he does try to take off. And we're going to basically try to keep him in the pocket as much as we can because although he can throw, we'd rather him try to beat us with his arm rather than his legs.
When you look back at tape from last year's game, what's your biggest regret? When you look at it, you say, if we had done this differently, maybe it could have been a different outcome.
I feel like I'd have to say the biggest regret is just a couple plays here and there that we just needed to finish better on, fit some things up a little better, and we feel like it would have just crucial plays and big-time moments that could have just really swayed the momentum.
What kind of an opportunity is this for Liberty to make a statement up here? I mean, it was kind of that feeling last year going in, and feels like for about a half you were able to play with them. I mean, what kind of what would warrant, or I guess what would be making a statement this year with them?
I feel like since we're one game away from being bowl eligible, and like you mentioned earlier, them being an in-state matchup, it's just kind of, I guess you could say, like bragging rights, and just especially from last year knowing we can play with them just to be a tribute to what we can do as a team.
I hadn't noticed this before, but the tattoo there on your hand has hope with the pink ribbon. What does that mean for you?
I had a very close friend who was diagnosed with breast cancer. Thankfully, she beat it. But I just got this just kind of a reminder to me and anybody else out there who has been diagnosed, just that hope, with that hope and faith, anything's possible and you can beat it.